Hello everyone, and welcome back to Two Bros Do a Hot Take on a Movie. I am your hot take host, Older Bro.
I'm your other host, Younger Bro.
And today we're here doing a hot take on a movie.
Oh, it's so hot!
You know, the title of the series. Anyone want to guess what the series is, or the video is we're doing a hot take on? Like, what's the movie?
It's a series, you know,
yes.
It's already a trilogy.
I mean, there's clearly an entire playlist of it. That makes it a series, right? The point is, we're here doing a hot take on a movie, and that movie is in the title, so we really don't have to say what it is, but we say what it is because it's tradition and we're doing it. So, yeah. It's tradition for the entire history of videos on YouTube. Why do you have to talk about what the video's about? You're in the video. You're watching the video right now. You've seen the title. You know what it is.
As is tradition.
Yes, so we're here talking about Shang-Chi.
Yeah, Shang.
Yeah, Shang-Chi for anyone who is a terrible American who doesn't want to pronounce
things.
Yeah,
whoever's an American and are from Florida or something.
Yeah, for everyone else.
Well, I don't even know. Like, okay, we'll just start by saying if we liked the movie or not.
Yeah, obviously. We obviously don't want to give the spoilers of the movie until after we do the how do you think the movie was. So, how did you think the movie was?
I'll be honest. When I watched the whole movie, I was enlightened. And and confused and wowed at, like, the same time. Yeah. So, honestly, I liked it.
Yeah. I've long since said I am always a fan of like magic-based movies. So I like Doctor Strange and I like this movie.
Oh yeah,
because all this is mystic arts stuff and it's cool. So absolutely on board with this movie.
Yeah, dude, the stunning effects in this movie, the artistry, almost made me cry.
Yeah, the movie's
because
effects
of how beautiful.
Are actually very good. Very good effects.
Like, especially the ending, like, all this mystical shit and stuff like that. Like, holy fuck, I almost... Yeah.
Yeah, it was very well done.
Very well.
Disney and Marvel Studios are very good at making things look very good.
And magical. Yeah,
yes.
I mean, Disney probably helped a good amount with that.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Anything else you want to talk about that's not spoilers? Or... See, the weird thing is we start our spoilers and then we say things we could have said in the beginning that was very general, but we don't because we're just like, fuck it. If you're here watching this video, you either care about A, what we think of the movie, and B, what the movie was about.
Going in, guys, I had no idea who the hell this character was. Never heard of him in my life. Never even seen him in video games. Nothing.
Yep, nothing.
Absolutely dog shit.
I support this character. I'm sure Younger Bro's gonna have some he's gonna talk about some problems that he had with it.
Oh, absolutely, I did have a few problems.
Yeah, I think we'll get into the spoilers now and just say go watch the movie. It was a good movie.
Yeah, absolutely. If you like Marvel and you actually weren't sure on this movie because you have no idea who the hell the character is,
because
you want to learn who the character is, go watch the fucking movie.
Yeah, it's an interesting character. I enjoyed it. I hope to see him and Doctor Strange in a movie together very soon.
For all we know, they're gonna have like a team that explores the multiverse. So far, it's Scarlet Witch, Doctor Strange, Shang-Chi.
Sure, we don't know,
and probably Wong.
Yeah, and Wong. Yep,
and then maybe Spider-Man.
Yeah, sure, why not?
So
yeah,
we'll go ahead and go into spoilers.
Go into the spoilers, man.
Well. So, probably my biggest problem in the movie was they have a dragon in this movie.
Yeah, they do have a dragon in this movie. Very Chinese dragon.
I thought it was the dragon Xiaolao.
I'm not even sure who that is.
It is the mystical dragon that Iron Fist defeats, so he earns the Iron Fist.
Okay, sure. Maybe... But we haven't had Iron Fist yet, right? So like,
I mean, we had him in a Netflix series.
Yeah, but
here's the thing: it would have been a nice, like they could have changed the backstory of Iron Fist, and it would have made sense.
Yeah.
Like if Iron Fist traveled to the place Shang-Chi did in the movie, and that's where he gets the Iron Fist from.
Mm-hmm.
Like it wouldn't make so much damn sense.
Yeah.
I mean, for all I know, they are going to do that anyway. But Yeah, it's not shallow, guys.
Nope.
I was dead set it was shallow. Because as soon as I heard about Dragon, I'm like, it's shallow. It's shallow. And it wasn't.
Nope.
It was... I could not fucking believe it. I looked it up. I looked up the dragon's name in the credits. I was a little pissed off. It was Fin Fang Foom.
Yeah, I have actually no context for Fin Fang Foom either. Again, the thing about this entire the entire Marvel series is I have zero knowledge of Marvel until these movies started. None. I have seen none of the comics. I have read nothing. Nothing. So, the movies are my only interpretation. Younger bro is more the Marvel expert than me. So, I give no shits if this is Fin Fang Foom or Xiao Lao. I have no cares. But younger bro...
I'll make this absolutely clear. I do like this interpretation of Fin Fang Foom.
Yeah.
I do like it. However, I'm like, but it's not the same character that I've known. And it's not even like, oh, it's not the same character from the comics. It's not the same character from the games.
Yes. No, not at all. Absolutely not.
The first time, older bro doesn't remember, the first time he met Fin Fang Foom was when we played Marvel's Ultimate Alliance. Go ahead and go check that series out. It was that giant-ass green dragon that we had to fight at the beginning of the series.
Sure.
And I'm guessing you don't even remember it.
I have very vague knowledge.
Well, Fin Fang Foom in the comics and in the games is like an evil guy. In fact, he's one of the nemesises. Try saying that 3 times fast. Of Doctor Strange. Mm-hmm. He could have been a damn Doctor Strange villain. They could have had him for the 3rd movie for Doctor Strange.
Mm-hmm.
And instead, what I think they did was they either got Xiao Lao and Fin Fang Foom like mixed up, or they just fused both of them into the same character.
I'm reading the history of Fin Fang Foom, and actually, no. The current interpretation of Fin Fang Foom is not the original interpretation. It's basically what they did in this movie. The original interpretation was that he was an alien from space. He crash-landed in Taiwan or something. He became the spirit of Taiwan. He came in some weird vessel, who is found by a man who steals the 10 rings and becomes the Mandarin. So basically, the 10 rings from this movie are from this dragon, which we sort of get because they have a weird, like...
They have a
similar
mystical
energy
about
so, yeah, the interpretation of this movie is honestly more accurate to that, where these rings are from them, or from that place.
I had no idea about that.
Yeah. So it's kind of actually...
If it's true to the new interpretation, I don't know anything about it.
Yeah,
I don't know a little bit of older comics.
Yeah.
So, I am upset that we didn't get the evil Fang Foom.
Yeah.
However, I do like this interpretation of it. Like, I love this dragon, and it's probably one of my favorite creatures I've ever seen in a movie.
Yeah, it was really cool.
Because he can basically water bend.
Yep. Yeah,
and I thought that was so fucking awesome.
Yeah. I think that's how they're trying to reconcile the Mandarin rings, because you've also had a problem with the fact that these are the Mandarin's rings, but they're completely different than any other interpretation of them. I think that's how they're trying to reconcile it, where, like, the village he comes from has magic powers where they can bend elements, basically, but these rings are not that. This Shang-Chi, who is getting the Mandarin's rings, is getting those powers from the village.
It seems
not from the ring.
It seems like the interpretation of these rings have only one thing going for them, and they're
basically
they're a javelin. They knock down your fucking door. They're power.
I was gonna say, but yeah, they're basically the Power Stone, but at 10 rings.
So, yeah, and I guess that's the other problem I had with the movie, was it wasn't the 10 rings I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
Because
the weird thing is they never actually call them the Mandarin's rings because the father isn't even the Mandarin. He even literally says, like, oh yeah, this actor showed up, pretended to be me, and just came up with some random fucking name called the Mandarin. No fucking idea where that came from. It's a fucking orange. A chicken dish. Who the fuck would call themselves the Mandarin? So it's like, literally, that name has no meaning in this universe. There is no the Mandarin. The actor just came up with that name off his fucking head. And this guy's just like...
I thought that was funny.
Yeah.
It definitely... even Marvel is like, yeah, we know we screwed up with the Mandarin, so we're gonna make it funny.
Yeah, that's the point. He is a joke, and has always been a joke, but I at least laughed along with him this time.
Yes.
Oh yeah, Trevor's in this movie.
Trevor's in this movie.
How did they not put him in this movie?
I liked what they did with Trevor. It was great.
Just look, I'm not dead. I'm acting. Get on the ground and act with me.
Beautiful. I freaking clapped. I clapped silently to that.
Great.
But yeah, so for those of you who don't know, I've explained this several times throughout the Marvel Ultimate Alliance playthrough, I believe.
Yep.
And
yeah,
I think occasionally on Shiny Hunt streams.
Yeah, you did talk about it whenever we talked about this upcoming movie.
Yeah, for those of you who don't know anything about the Mandarin or the Ten Rings,
yep.
The Mandarin was some guy who stumbled upon an alien crashed ship, like Older Bro was saying.
Yep.
I didn't know that Fing Fang Foom came for that ship, but he found the rings on this ship.
Yep.
And these 10 rings of power, which that is still the name.
Yeah.
The 10 rings of power were actually supposed to be on his fingers. They're actual rings.
Yeah.
Like wedding ring size.
Yeah.
Instead, they're on his wrists, which I think are cool.
Yeah, I like the design cooler on the wrists, actually. Like,
I mean, you can see the fucking things.
Yeah, it's like, fuck the shitty, like, oh, I'm just gonna be Thanos. I'm gonna have 10 rings on my fucking fingers. It's like, no, I'm gonna put these rings on my wrists, and I'm just gonna literally launch them at your fucking face.
I love the interpretation of these 10 rings, but it's the same problem I have with Fing Fang Foom. That's not the damn same.
Yeah, the consistent thing that Younger Bro is gonna keep saying throughout this is that it's not the Marvel characters that he expected, but it's a good interpretation, and he likes them. They're just not what he was expecting.
I really wanted to see the elemental power of the 10 rings I know from the comics, like the Mandarin summoning fire, water, earth, combining all of them.
No. This is just some, like, I don't know, vibranium electric shit. I don't know what it is. We have no idea where these rings are from or what they are.
They're basically launch gauntlets.
Yeah, just they are cool as fuck, I have to admit.
Yeah, like they are incredibly interesting.
Yeah.
But yeah, also the Mandarin is an Iron Man villain, but
that's why he showed up in that movie.
Exactly, the third movie. But we never got to see freaking gauntlet launching guy fighting Iron Man. Like, that would have been fucking cool.
Yeah, what's more likely to happen now is that Iron Man's daughter or War Machine, one of the two, whichever one's going to be the next big Iron Man character.
I think it's going to be Ironheart.
Yeah.
I know they're doing something with them.
Yeah.
Well, either Ironheart or Spider-Man.
Yeah. I don't think they're going to actually do Spider-Man, because I don't think he actually wants to be Iron Man. I think he wants to be his own thing.
I mean, that was the whole point of the second movie. Like, he wanted to be himself.
Yeah.
But he still wanted to use Iron Man's tech,
either
though.
War Machine or, Ironheart is going to be fighting,
I bet you
Shang-Chi
the interpretation of Ironheart is going to be Iron Man's daughter.
That's what I'm betting. Because it would make sense.
In the comics, she's just some random African-American girl in a school studying him, and she makes her own, like, Iron Man suit from...
It's very impressive.
Basically nothing.
Yeah, it's very impressive. I mean, it's basically what he did.
I mean,
just,
that's cool.
Let me go into this cave, and suddenly I'm coming out with a mech suit. Let me murder you all.
Yeah, except it's in a school settings, and I think she did it for a project.
Yep.
Or some sort.
Hold on, I can prove I'm as smart as Tony Stark. Let me build Iron Man. Here you go. Oh, why are you running?
So, yeah, it's going to be interesting what they do with Ironheart, but we're talking about Shang-Chi.
But yeah, it looks like, because one of the things that the MCU and the comics have been trying to do is it seems like they've been trying to reshape the MCU for a little while now. Because like I talked with friends about this, where originally Scarlet Witch used to be a mutant. And for about the last 5 to 10 years, the MCU in the comics and everywhere has been trying to say, no, Scarlet Witch is actually entirely magic-based. She has never been a mutant. She's not related to Galactus at all. Or Quicksilver at all.
I mean Magneto.
Yeah, Magneto. Sorry, I always forget that the two of them are not the same character. Apologies.
I don't know how.
Yes, I don't know how either. But she's not Magneto's daughter. She is 100% just, like, a wizard. Like, they are not mutant, or she is not mutants. Quicksilver still is, because canonically, he's still Magneto's son. But according to current lore, Scarlet Witch has never been his daughter. They are not related. We don't know where the fuck she came from. But she is apparently same thing as, like, Doctor Strange. She is magic. And I think that's what they're trying to do with...
Multiverse.
No, with Multiverse. I think that's what they're trying to do with the Mandarin and the Ten Rings. Is they are trying to say, those are not Iron Man villains. These are now... We are sectioning off our universe. There's going to be the normal everyday fighter universe. That's mostly normal people. There's going to be the magic universe. And there's probably going to be a mutant universe. Or, I guess, the Eternals. But I don't know what they're going to do with Eternals yet. But it looks like they're trying to, like, have a divide in the universe where, like, they're taking all the magic stuff and put it in the magic corner, and taking all the not magic stuff and putting it in the not magic corner. So I think that's why Shang-Chi ended up being magic in this universe. Because it seems very, very, very likely that he is basically just a sorcerer. Like, the rings are basically just, like, sorcerer relics. So.
But yeah, and then the end credit scene. Guys, before we go into it, there are 2 end credit scenes.
Yeah. Go watch the second end credit scene.
Let's...
Oh, we should have said that at the beginning. There are 2 end credits. Watch both.
There are 2... Let's go with the first end credit scene.
First end credit scene was
them
great.
Meeting Wong.
Yeah.
That's about
Well, I mean,
it.
they'd already met Wong, because he was literally in the ring fighting Abomination.
Yeah, he fought Abomination. Who has changed over the years, I guess.
Yes. They sort of redesigned him a bit. But yeah.
I'm guessing all the gamma radiation changed him to be what he looked like in the comics or whatever.
Whatever. I mean, more accurately, it's that the one in the original Hulk movie didn't really look like the current MCU, and they're like, we're gonna redesign him a little bit so that he looks like he fits in with the rest of the universe. But yeah. So that was a great scene. Loved that scene. Wong is OP.
You do not fuck with Wong, man.
You mess with Wong, you punch yourself in your own face.
I like how Wong has, like, died twice, and...
Nope.
Ever since then, he's like, yeah, I'm not letting that happen again.
The bill must always come due, but not for Wong. Wong's bill never comes due.
I like how they took... Like, okay, original Wong is probably one of the most boring characters you ever met. They literally fucking flip that.
No. Yeah, this Wong is just like, I'm sorry, did you say I'm boring? Fuck you. I will be the messenger of the sorcerers.
Yeah, Wong is a character that I'm like, no, love the MCU version better.
Yeah, they've 100% changed him into just a better character.
Yeah. So, so Shang-Chi probably will play a part in Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah,
I think that's the
very
entire
likely.
Scene.
They had Banner in there trying to analyze the rings. They had
Captain Marvel
in there trying to analyze the rings, and none of them have any idea what they are. So, these are some space alternate universe weird shit that basically they're the new Eye of Agamotto, since that doesn't exist anymore either. Fucking eye gone.
Yeah. I don't know if they'll ever bring back that thing, because that would...
Doubt it. They'd have to bring the
Eye of Agamotto... Well, yeah, the Eye of Agamotto. It's one of Doctor Strange's most well-known items that he has.
But in this iteration, it's just the Time Stone. So to bring it back, they'd have to bring back the Time Stone. So it's just they just can't.
Can't fucking do
They
that.
can't do it.
Or
it is
or make an
undoable.
off-brand Eye of Agamotto.
Yeah, it's unfixable.
But yeah, it's too bad that Doctor Strange doesn't have that anymore.
Yeah. He does not show up in this movie, guys. We're pretty certain it's because he's too fucking busy doing whatever the hell he's doing in his movie.
Yeah, we're assuming that Spider-Man and Shang-Chi are happening at the same time.
Yeah, probably.
By the way, what's coming first, Eternals or Spider-Man?
Eternals should be coming next, I think. But I'll check the schedule.
Because I know Spider-Man was just, dropped into this phase. Because I think they weren't sure that they were gonna... They didn't know when the hell they were gonna do it, so they just dropped it in at some point.
Yeah, I think they've just announced it, but Eternals is, on the cusp of happening. That's very soon.
Spider-Man comes out in December, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. Here's MCU full list. We'll see what's or for Phase 4. Blah 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 blah. Black Widow already happened. Shang-Chi was September 3rd, which we just did. Eternals is November 5th.
November.
Okay. And then December, Spider-Man. And Doctor Strange is March. Yeah. So they are basically chaining them in a row. Shang-Chi, we have the Eternals cutaway, Spider-Man happens, and then multiverse.
Yeah, it's because of that damn spell in Spider-Man.
Yeah. And then, Thor, new Black Panther, whatever the fuck The Marvels is.
The Marvels?
Yeah. That's what it's called. Ant-Man 3, Guardians 3, and then Fantastic Four is announced but they're not actually doing anything about it.
What about Blade?
Not on the list.
What? I guess they haven't got everything yet. Oh, I want to see the new Blade so bad.
They have What If that's already out. Hawkeye's coming out for Disney Plus. Miss Marvel's coming out on Disney Plus. Moon Knight's in 22. She-Hulk's in 22. They're doing a Guardians holiday special apparently.
Yeah,
Secret Invasion is 22.
Yep, I know about that.
Ironheart is announced.
There's a thing.
Yeah, Armor Wars announced. Wakanda series announced. It's untitled. So yeah, those two are gonna come up. We know something's gonna fucking happen. But yeah, I don't know.
I need to get to watching all the Disney Plus shit soon. I'll try to look into that later today, and then maybe me and you can binge watch some stuff.
Yeah, we'll see what we can do. But yeah.
Okay, so...
Anyways, getting back to talking about the movie we actually watched.
Yeah, getting back to Shang-Chi. I don't know enough about Shang-Chi to have any other problems that I've had. I like how, the masked guy, he seemed like he was going to be the big bad, final.
Yeah, they had this movie started out with two different fucking people. Well, unless you count the father. They had the father, they had the guy who trained him, who was wearing a fucking kabuki mask. I think it was a kabuki mask. No, I think it was a ninja mask. Whatever, it doesn't matter. He was wearing a fucking mask. And it was just he's totally being, hyped up as he's gonna be the big guy they have to fight. Midway through the movie. And then they had the guy at the very beginning who's fighting him on the fucking bus. And, none of them were, really the big guy.
No, it was some kind of interdimensional monster.
It's basically they pulled,
a dark dimension shit.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say they pulled the fucking, what's his fucking face? It's not Godzilla. It's, a fucking dragon. From Godzilla.
Ghidorah?
Yeah, they basically pulled Ghidorah out. It's basically just Ghidorah. It's not it's something like that. They just pulled a fucking giant monster dragon thing out of their ass that I have no idea what was. We didn't look up what that was, guys. It was just something.
I'm guessing from the little I've seen of whatever the big monster thing is, I'm guessing it's a dark dimension creature.
Yeah.
I'm guessing that gate that the father was trying to break open was a portal, like a quick travel to the dark dimension.
Probably. Well, again, from what they said in previous movies, it sounds like the dark dimension is not one place. There's basically a division amongst the universe, or the multiverse, where some universes are within the dark dimension and the rest are not. And there may be other divisions we don't know about, but it's just any of them that are under the thumb of evil, basically, are the dark dimension. And so, yeah.
Going back to talking about the end credits, I wasn't surprised at all with the last one. Literally, the sister took over the 10 rings. I bet you I know what they're gonna do with it.
Mm-hmm.
I think what she's doing is she's rebranding the 10 rings.
Maybe.
Instead of it being a name that people fear, more like she's changing it to be something that people need.
Yeah.
Basically, the Illuminati is watching over the Earth, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I think she's doing with the 10 rings. What about you?
I'm not actually sure. That's the thing. Yeah, she showed up at the end and was just oh, I'm not actually disbanding them. I'm just gonna make them gender neutral and gonna do something with them. But they didn't really. I have no clue where she's really gonna go with it. Because the thing is, she doesn't seem like the kind of person who's gonna do evil shit.
No.
So it's what the fuck would she be doing with them?
She wants to do her fight ring.
I'm gonna train all these people to fight each other and broadcast it on national TV. We'll call it Fight Club. But
wouldn't surprise me.
No, I'm guessing that this is gonna be used later for something.
I think
this might come up in Secret Invasions or something like that.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a background force that protects the Earth.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, it does say the 10 rings will return. Well, no shit. Shang-Chi has the 10 rings.
What? Okay, so, hold on.
Let me guess, it was called the Great Devourer.
No, the creature's name, they actually talk about it in the movie. It is called the Dweller in the Darkness. That is actually its official name. I'm trying to figure out what the fuck it is, but apparently, according to the Marvel Cinematic, or not the Marvel Cinematic lore, but the compilation of all Marvel lore, it is the father of Cthulhu. The actual Cthulhu.
Fucking what?
Yeah, it's what the fuck?
What the hell? Okay.
Yeah, it's what?
Father of Cthulhu. Well, noted.
Yeah, the official handbook of the Marvel Universe. Or, sorry, it's the sire of Cthulhu. I think that means it's the son of Cthulhu. I'll look up what sire means, because I'm pretty sure that's the other way around.
Sire, that kind of makes me think it's a worker for Cthulhu.
No, I was right the first time. A male parent of some animals. So if you say that your dog sired a pup, that's the usage of that. It's you are the father of. So yes, it is the father of Cthulhu.
What the fuck? Okay.
What the fuck? Okay. That's weird.
So, here's a question that I would like answered by the MCU.
Uh-huh.
So, this interpretation of Fing Fang Foom, I'm just gonna treat it as shallow. Do you think that this is gonna be a gateway to Iron Fist in the MCU?
I don't know. The interesting thing is, I'm seeing conflicting signals on whether or not it actually is Fing Fang Foom. Because it looks like all the official stuff is saying it, or not mentioning that.
So what you're saying is people don't know?
Yes, officially. Because...
I mean, it makes sense if it's Fing Fang Foom, because you said that Fin Fang Foom is tied to the 10 rings.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It does make sense if that is Fin Fang Foom. Which I think is why they're doing that. Because they just, I'm guessing they just don't know what they're going to do with it. So they might reveal later that it was Fin Fang Foom, or not. Because there is no creature called the Great Protector ever in the history of the MCU. That's not a character. So this is a new character that may later turn out to be Fin Fang Foom.
Great. So it could be Xiao, for all I know.
Yeah, we just don't know.
Because the thing about Iron Fist is... So, Iron Fist was a kid born as, into a wealthy family. Well, he discovered that his wealthy family are dicks.
Dicks is I wouldn't say dicks, but yeah, sort of.
So,
a little bit, yeah.
He traded that empire, because it's Rand Industries, which is a cameo that was made in the new Spider-Man game, not Miles Morales, the one previous to that. But anyway, so he traded Rand Industries for a place that normal people can't get to.
Mm-hmm.
This town is a mystical town. The interpretation of it is usually high in the Himalayas.
Yeah.
Somewhere. A very high altitude place.
This is in another dimension.
Yeah. This one's in another dimension, so I'm maybe they're making this the new place that Iron Fist goes to.
Could be. It is absolutely possible. Because they even said, our dimension's much bigger than this. We have cities that are much more huge than yours. So it is literally possible that he'll just show up somewhere else in this dimension. So, yeah. Totally possible.
I am looking forward to that, because, guys, I do like Iron Fist. He is definitely one of my favorite characters.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see him in the MCU.
Yeah.
Here's the thing about it, though. Do you think Multiverse of Madness will bring in the Netflix characters?
No. I am pretty certain that Disney is retconning all the Netflix shit. The only, any of the characters that they're doing, new stuff on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then, instead of... Because here's the thing, Multiverse of Madness seems like they're going to... I mean, Spider-Man, the new Spider-Man's going to draw from the Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield universe. Yeah. So it wouldn't surprise me.
They have literally said everything except Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield will be in this movie. They have said literally, we're bringing in all these characters, all these villains from other Spider-Man movies, the past Spider-Man movies. They're bringing in Tobey Maguire villains, Andrew Garfield villains, and it's okay, cool. But they've still not said they're bringing Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield into it. It is almost guaranteed, though.
Exactly. So to me, it's well, if they're drawing for that universe, Multiverse of Madness can draw from the Netflix universe, and for all I know, the Defenders get trapped in the MCU, and they never go back.
Yeah, I'm gonna guess that they'll just reboot it, and they'll say none of that happened. It's all decanonized.
Do you think they'll still use the actors, though?
They might use some of the actors. In the same way they're going to use Deadpool, Ryan Reynolds, in the MCU, even though he was in Fox. They're still using the same
that's how Deadpool gets in.
Yeah, Again, I don't think they're going to do that only because they don't have mutants set up yet. I mean, I guess technically Eternals are happening right before Multiverse of Madness, so it is possible that they could throw in Deadpool and just be fuck it. But, yeah, that Multiverse of Madness is the wild card. We have literally no clue what the fuck that is. We have no idea where it's going, because as far as I'm aware, there's no comic lore to draw from this. It's happened. He's gone into other dimensions. But, we don't...
From what I'm betting, they're drawing from other movies in Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah. So it's
So that's why I'm they could do Netflix characters.
Yeah. I'm betting this is just going to be something where they go and fight another Dormammu or something out there. They're going to face some.
And guess what? The other multiverse guy, sort of, would be Nightmare.
Yeah.
He technically travels through dimensions through dreams.
Yeah, I could see it happen. But yeah.
So,
But yeah, I will agree with you 100%. Though I don't know if they're gonna throw Tobey Maguire or like a Spider-Man into the Multiverse of Madness. I don't know if he's actually gonna show up in that movie, but it definitely seems like they're leading into this, like, the walls between dimensions are kind of breaking down a little bit.
And they could introduce Madam Web that way.
Yeah, so they might introduce Madam Web in Spider-Man. I don't know if they'll introduce it in Multiverse, but again, that depends on if Spider-Man's in it. If Spider-Man is not in Multiverse of Madness, then they'd probably just throw Madam Web into this movie, the Spider-Man movie.
Here's the one thing about Madam Web, guys. Madam Web there are two iterations of her. One iteration is Madam Web is just connected to the entire multiverse. Well, an entire multiverse.
Yeah.
And then the other one is just centered around Spider-Man.
The Spider-Force, yeah. Whatever the fuck that's called.
People think it's just going to be the one that's centered around Spider-Man.
I would guess so, because that would make a lot of sense.
I mean, her name's Madam Web.
It's going to be really fucking weird. And I don't think they're going to do this, but I think Disney's the only one who would do this. If, so they brought in, they're saying we're bringing in the Tobey Maguire stuff, we're bringing in the Andrew Garfield stuff. What if they brought in the Spider-Verse shit? They had animated fucking characters in their movie.
It's one way to do Miles Morales, I suppose, but they already hinted at Miles Morales being in the same universe as Tom Holland. They literally set up later Spider-Man dies, or the contract expires for Tom Holland. They literally have another Spider-Man backup. Yeah.
No, they're absolutely gonna. I don't know if they'll have that specifically. They might just have a situation where he stays around for the next 30 years, and also Miles Morales shows up, and they're just both there at the same time.
Yeah, the thing about Miles Morales showing up is Miles Morales is usually in the universe where Peter Parker dies.
Yeah. So it'd be very interesting to see a Miles Morales in a universe where Peter Parker isn't dead. And he's just like, no, I just really look up to you. Like,
I'd like that.
Yeah. That'd be a really cool universe.
It'd be like an Iron Man with Spider-Man kind of thing. But it's between two Spider-Men.
The one sad thing about that, though, is, as people have pointed out, Tom Holland is, like, actually in his 30s or 40s. Like, he is actually very old. He does not look it. And I don't think he'll ever look it. I don't think he's ever actually going to look like an adult. Like, that man
is?
Yeah, he perpetually has the face of a child. I'll look up actual Tom Holland's age. Because he is not, like, 23 or something like that.
But yeah, from the little I've seen of Shang-Chi...
please stay on topic.
Yeah, besides the little I've seen from Shang-Chi, I don't know if they're hinting towards Iron Fist. I hope so. There's nothing really else besides Multiverse of Madness, Iron Fist.
Okay, sorry. He is 25 right now, but he still looks like he's 15.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know what else to make of it.
Yeah, I don't know. Basically the only thing I can say about this movie is I thought this movie was cool. I enjoyed the rings. I enjoyed the plot of, like, hey, your father is a bitch. You're running away from him. Oh no, turns out he actually is just trying to, rescue your mother, but he's actually just being manipulated. I was like, it was a cool plot. But I have no idea where they're gonna take Shang-Chi other than clearly he's gonna be in the magician's camp. It's gonna be Strange and Wong and him and Scarlet Witch and probably what's her other face? What's the character from the Avengers games that's from another dimension?
Clea.
Yeah, so they'll probably just bring Clea in at some point.
From Dark. Yeah, she's the Sorcerer Supreme of the Dark Dimension.
Yeah, but for all we know, that could literally just be the plot of this. Like, that could just be something in Multiverse Madness. We don't know.
That could be another villain. I mean, Clea's mother is a Doctor Strange villain.
Yeah.
I don't know too much about her. All I know is she has fought Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
And Doctor Strange and Clea had to team up against her, and they defeated her or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah. Clea's mother is actually the Sorcerer Supreme of the Dark Dimension. If they keep that, she's the current one.
Yeah.
So, literally, Multiverse of Madness can be two villains, either Nightmare or Clea's mother.
Yeah, and they'll probably pull something completely out of nowhere, and we won't know it. It'll just be something completely different.
Yeah, so, I didn't see anything else that they could have hinted to.
Yeah. All they literally say is, the 10 rings will return. They don't even say when. We're pretty certain he's gonna, Shang-Chi's gonna appear in Multiverse of Madness, because why the hell would they bring Wong into this otherwise? And why would he be saying, you have to get ready, basically. It's like, I don't know what the fuck they'd be doing with it if it wasn't that.
So, it's gonna be, it's gonna be interesting.
Yep, looking forward to it. Looking forward to Multiverse.
But yeah, if you noticed something else that they could have been hinting at in this movie, go ahead and put it in the comics.
Comics.
The comics. We'll discuss it with you. Yeah, because of my criticism on the 10 Rings and possibly Fing Fang Foom, apparently that's not...
Yeah, it's debated on who the fuck it is.
I love this movie. I do like these interpretations of these things.
Yeah.
Still hate that's not the ones I wanted, but it's what I got.
Yeah, and who knows? That's the thing. Future writers might decide that the old 10 Rings designs are stupid, and this now becomes the main interpretation. They might merge the two for all we know, where they have the rings, but they also are connected to the elements.
Like they get empowered with Earth, Wind, and
they
Fire.
get empowered by the Great Protector, and now they literally have the elemental abilities that they have in the normal interpretation.
That would make this new interpretation that much cooler.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's like, we don't know where they're going to take it. In the future, the old interpretation may just not exist anymore, because they were like, that's stupid, that's too much like the Infinity Stones. Who knows?
Maybe.
So. Okay, anything else you want to talk about? Because I think I'm kind of out of things.
I guess the other thing to say is, so let's talk about the Mandarin a little bit here.
Yeah, so the Trevor appears.
So, not Trevor specifically, just the Mandarin from the comics.
Yeah.
There are two things that the Mandarin creates to fight Iron Man.
Yeah.
And that's Dragon Man.
Which I guess was... I'm assuming that's basically what the other guy who claimed to be the Mandarin, that was the fucking energy guys. Like, maybe that's what they were going with that? I don't know.
Yeah, the Dragon Man.
Yeah.
And Ultimo.
Yeah.
We never see these two robots.
Yeah.
Ever.
They're supposed to be robots? Oh, God.
Yeah, they're both robots.
Okay.
But the Dragon Man, I think, becomes a sentient android like Ultron, in a way.
Yeah. I mean, they're robots. They all become Ultron eventually.
But yeah, they are not hinted at or anything, not even shown.
Again, because, in this situation, the Mandarin's just a ruse. And then also is a real guy who isn't called the Mandarin.
So, I don't know how those two characters are ever going to be introduced in the MCU. I don't even know if they ever will be.
I don't think they're going to be.
So, they might have cut them.
Well, they might just literally become Ultron villains later on, where Ultron comes back and has...
and he creates Ultimo and the Dragon Man. Maybe. Sure. Okay.
Robots. Throw them in with the other robots.
But yeah, besides from... Yeah, those two not showing up ever, I got nothing else to say.
Okay. So, yeah, guys, as we said at the beginning, this was a fun movie. I really enjoyed it.
Beautiful scenery.
Yeah, very beautiful scenery. There's a lot of Chinese talking in this movie. There's a good portion of the movie is in Chinese. I keep saying Japanese. It's in Chinese. So, no, you are not watching the wrong language version of the movie. It is in English, but there is a large portion of it where they have people talking in Chinese. So, be prepared for that. But yeah, scenery is great. Settings are great. Action was really good.
Fucking loved it.
Yeah. There was a lot of, there was a lot of action in this movie that reminded me a lot of old school Dragon Ball. Of just like the very.
I like how they hinted at it at the end. He did like a Kamehameha thing.
Yeah, like,
so they know about Dragon Ball.
Yeah, they of course. It's like we have this Chinese character doing mixed martial arts alongside this other Chinese character. Oh, it's Dragon Ball. The other big thing. So the only thing I found out about this movie beforehand, guys, because of Twitter, was I did find out that apparently somewhere in this movie were Pokemon, and. Yeah, there are sort of Pokemon in this movie, especially when Lowland Vulpix and Ninetales show up in the movie.
Yeah, but they were a Finnick nine-tailed fox.
Which is what Ninetales and Vulpix are based on.
They're foxes, but they're not Finnick foxes.
Well, sort of. They sort of
I think they literally took a red fox and just gave it Ninetales.
No, they are actually supposed to be based on the Chinese mythological creatures.
Well,
like the Ninetales is supposed to be one of the pets of Amaterasu, like those foxes, which are what Finnick foxes are.
If you say so.
So yeah, I was not joking when I was like they just threw a Lowland Vulpix and Ninetales in there. It literally looks like that.
I fucking love the designs.
They were all the designs were great.
What the hell is that?
I love the fact that anytime any show tries to bring in we're gonna have these Chinese mythological designs, they always make those statues be a real animal.
I will bring up the giant ass lion things.
Yeah, the statues that you see on every single
the green
temple
emerald statues.
Yes.
Yeah, those things, I want to point out...
give a fuck.
I want to say one thing specifically that just made me crack up. I literally liked how a guy just came up to it and, whacked it on the side. And it just fucking... It bitch slapped him across the country.
Yeah, just like, fuck you, bitch. You are not attacking me.
Oh, man,
I
loved those things. They were beautiful.
Fucking great.
Oh,
but
man.
Yeah. This movie is great. I would recommend anyone who is interested in it watch it. If you've somehow stuck around and haven't watched the movie, go watch the movie. It was very good. Do not watch it on Disney Plus, because the actors don't get paid as well if you watch it on Disney Plus. Go to the theater, pay the actors for this movie.
We don't want another Scarlett Johansson situation.
Seriously, go watch it in theaters. Support local businesses. Go watch in theaters.
Support local acting.
Yeah, well, not even local acting. I'm not saying go to a a theater in your town, like an actual show theater, Broadway style. I'm just saying go to your local movie theater, watch the movie there. Don't watch it on Disney Plus. Get out of your house for once. So yeah. That's all we have to talk about in this movie. We will come back next time with some other movie. When will it be? Probably before Eternals, but we'll see.
I doubt that. Jurassic World Dominion is not going to come out yet.
Yeah, we'll see. So, yeah. See you in the next movie.
Goodbye.